What is up, you beautiful people, and welcome to today's premiere. And today we're just going to continue with SuperM. That was the promise. We're going to do this week completely dedicated to SuperM and all the heroes in this group. In all honesty, it was a really fun week. As you can see, actually, we looked at many SuperM videos prior to this week, but this week is really just focused on Korean Air and SuperM. They were like hidden treasures of videos that I've never seen before. I also actually have to go back and look at some more making of videos of SuperM and their different videos. I never looked at them, so there's our little treasures, still hidden on the web, which I need to deep dive into, and we can analyze them together. Also, on top of that, very quick update, we are going to start live streaming more and more often. I already did a few live streams last week, actually, and it was actually okay. It all went according to plan, and it was good. It was fun, and it was really easy going. On top of that, I hope you enjoy actually the new setup that I have here, a little bit closer to myself. For the time being, I have a new microphone, so it's going to sound a little bit different for the time being. My old one is gone to repair. I'm waiting for it to come back, and I'm still deciding whether I should not keep or whether I should keep or keep not this microphone. What do you guys think? Should I or should I not? Just leave it in the chat. I'll be there as well, like always. Today we're going to be looking at two videos concerning the Korean Air and SuperM cooperation, and the first one is going to be the livery of SuperM or their airplane. So for the people who don't know what a livery is a skin on a car or a vehicle, and they did a special version of SuperM. I didn't see it myself yet. I'm really curious what they did. I'm really curious what they did with those Korean Air colors, because I'll be honest, I'm really not a big fan of that baby blue that they use. It's such a weird color for a plane. It doesn't look like, yeah, we own it. It's a really weird combination of colors that they use. But then again, that's the Korean way. Some companies there really do some weird colors and it works, And then again, the company is also doing quite well. The second video, we are going to be looking at the safety video, or the let's go everywhere behind the scenes. I'm really curious about that. Also, I hope that I'm using the correct sources, because I remember that I was looking behind the scenes once, and for some reason I saw, if I remember correctly, a version of 17 minutes long, 17 minutes or so, 16, 18 minutes. And for some reason today I was looking into it and I just cannot find it anymore. Maybe I'm just delusional. Maybe I accidentally mixed it up with something else. It really could be that. If there is a longer version, guys, I do apologize, but I'm going to work with what I have right now. And I just want to say, if you do know where that longer version is, put it in the chat and share it with me, because then we can look at it together, maybe on a live stream on Twitch right after this premiere, if it exists. So if it does, please tell me. I would just say, let's jump into the video. And guys, also big shout out, shout outs are there. Big shout out to everyone who is here now. That's just for me important. I just want to make sure that everyone is happy. I just wanted to say that, and of course, let's just jump into the video. That's what I wanted to do, but I just want to say thank you as well. I totally forgot to say that. Sometimes I forget to say stuff, but then again, that's how it is. If you don't want to edit these videos, of course, I can edit this to make it look good, but I just want to keep it a little bit natural. I don't want to edit this. It's also good for practicing to talk and, organizing yourself on the free flow. You just have to go with the flow and see what happens. Let's pretend this is a live stage. Let's pretend I am live right now. That's the goal behind it. I would say let's go into the live view of seeing, like I said, we're starting with delivery. And I think it's the first time SuperM also looks at delivery, so I'm curious what they have to do. Like I say, this is the Korean headquarters, or the Korean Air headquarters. Let's see what this video has to offer, actually. And we still didn't even see it yet. Come on, give it to us. You naughty boy, Lucas. I still think he's an innocent guy, by the way. What do you think? I think he did nothing wrong. A lot of stress for nothing over these days. Yeah. Where's delivery? I want to see delivery. Come on, show the airplane. We've seen this already. Very nicely edited together again, very on beat, very quick though. So at the same time, though I want to see the airplane finally, I do want to say that I like what they did here. I like the cuts, I like the edits, very clean. So where's the airplane? Here we go. Oh wait, they didn't do it yet? It's fantastic though, you know, to see how they design these kind of things. It's just fantastic, and it's nice. I was also working with the production once for events, and to produce these massive, you know, in this case, let's say stickers or banners. It's a process by itself. It's so tight work. Like everything has to be planned out correctly. Everything is like a puzzle piece because you can't just print something the size of a plane. Everything has to be printed together, you know, or in pieces, I mean. So it's very interesting. Oh, you can already see it here, for example. It's just part of the member. But it looks super cool now. Like the entire process just looks amazing. Really cool, like really sharp, really well done.
Enjoy your flight.
Like it just looks cool, you know. I also love, to be honest, the best part of it is underneath, you know, it says "Let's go everywhere." I think that is something they should just pull off throughout the entire time Korean Air creates an airplane. I think it's a great slogan, and in the most cases, you look at the bottom of a plane, you don't look at the top, so that's cool. It looks super cool. I think that is something amazing. To put your face on a plane, that's nice. All these shots that they have to do, you know, just for the photo. You know, it's interesting, you know, when you work on these kind of projects generally, that though it's a cool little surprise, you know, for the artists, for ourselves, it's just still very interesting to see all the things that have to happen on set. And I'm talking about like, okay, it's time for them to walk, you know, walk a straight line. Let's do some beauty shots, some photo shots. I don't know if they use this in any video work, or to be honest, I don't think so. I think this is purely photographic, but cool. I'm wondering if they only have one plane or multiple. I think they only have one plane, no? I'll just be honest, I think it is great so far what they're doing here. I think it looks fantastic. I love that it's still a great promotion, and I just wish that Korean Air actually did a bigger promotion. I just cannot find it on the official page anywhere. It's so weird. Maybe it's regional blocked at the moment. I cannot say what happened, but I'm just happy that they got this. You know, it's a cool little promotion for everyone. It's a cool promotion for Korean Air. It's a cool promotion for SuperM. It's a great collaboration. It's a plus for everyone. Everyone wins in this collaboration. Fantastic. I mean, what do you guys actually think? Do you like it? Do you not like it? I'll be honest about it though. I'm not a big fan, like I say, of this weird baby blue color. Like, I get they're going for a sky blue, but I think it would look cooler if it was a different color, in all honesty. What about like a nice red or something, you know, because Korean Air has two colors. Let's see if we can find it. Where's the back of the plane? What about like a nice red color, for example? You know, that would be look cool. I think a red plane looks cooler than a baby blue plane. Yeah. For example, here even, we have a small little plane here with this nice neon yellow. It looks so much better than this Korean blue with this neon blue color. I don't know, it doesn't suit my color and generally my taste. It just doesn't look that good. I mean, like I say, it's not my choice. I know this is a brand decision. I know this is very important for the brand. I know that they are the only ones that have this very weird color, in my, again, weird in my taste. I know the Dutch Airlines KLM also has blue, but it's a bit of a darker blue, which is very nice, I think. It looks a bit more royal, you know, it looks a bit more clean. Well, this just looks so awkward. And it has nothing to do with any of the brand colors. Like, I just don't understand it yet. Then again, that's what I have to say about it. I'm still really happy to see this video. I mean, it's nice to see how they build it all together, all the puzzle pieces they have to stick together, the amount of detail that has to be put together to make this all fit. Really, really cool. And something like this is really expensive. You're looking at I don't know, I can only say from past experiences, but to do something the size of this, in the past, we paid like maybe a couple thousands grand. Like, I'm talking about, you know, 50, 60, 70 euro. But I don't know how much it costs to put on a plane, because I can only imagine that it has to use a special material, it has to stick in the sky, and also it has to, you know, be able to hold those cold temperatures up there, or the heat, depending, I don't know if the outside of a plane warms up in the sky. But really, really cool. Nice. Like I say, what do you guys actually think of it? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you think it's a great idea? Do you think the plane is still flying around with this livery or not? That's something that I'm curious about. I bet it is. I mean, why wouldn't it? It would be an expensive joke if they took it down again, but I would be a little bit upset if it isn't, but I can also imagine that they still use it. At least I would be using it if I was using this brand. The second video I want to look at today is a little bit more of a creative video. I want to see the behind the scenes of this video because we already saw when I looked at the video, the Let's Fly Everywhere or Let's Go Everywhere, that you can see that they were mainly using 4 to 5 different scenes, sets where they were filming, and I liked all of them. They made them look so unique from one another. So I'm really curious what they have in stock for that one. And I hope they show a little bit about the equipment, about how they do these kind of things, how they get these unique shots. Let's just get it on the screen. And I would just say, let's just jump into it and see what it has to offer, actually. I mean, that's the best way for us to learn now. Oh yeah, great. They already have some equipment on the screen. Let's go. Oh, see how these fake planes are made? I mean, just look at it. You know, it's just a tube that they recreate, and there you go. And in most cases, these tubes are already made, and they just are able to put different props inside of it. It's like a thing that you can already rent. Okay, we saw 2 scenes already. We had the tube, and now we have this. I would like to call it the bridge, you know, between the airport and the tunnel, between the airport and the airplane. I think that's also the official term. I think it's called the bridge. I like it. I love the equipment that we see here as well. And we can also see, just look how well they use the shots generally. I mean, look how clean it just looks and how small it is. But in video, it looks much bigger than what it is. All because of the lighting. Very nice just to see how they have to act a little bit. I mean, they all look a little bit confused, like, do we even have to do something? All looking at the camera, let's all just do something. I think that this was not properly planned, but they all do their own little unique thing, you know, which is nice. This awkward look, you know, like you need to look interested, but like, yeah, what am I doing here? Like I say, to be in a green screen room or a place that is not really for interacting, it's really hard to act the role as well. Like you just feel like a little bit awkward. I still think the people that work with green screen a lot, they do a very good job. You know, it's skill by itself. I still think it's sometimes awkward to talk to a camera, but now imagine you have to act in something that doesn't really exist, and you have to look interested. Very nice equipment they have here, actually. I mean, just look at the crane. They have it attached to a railing system, aka like a little cart that they can push forward and backward. Fantastic. And also, it looks super cool. But what kind of camera are they using here? I cannot say, but it looks quite small if I look at the entire setup here. Most likely an RE. I mean, SM Entertainment always uses this, at least their production companies. Also super cool here, what we see here. Do you see these little flaps on the sides of the camera? This is really just to block out all those extra lights coming from the side because you don't want any light flares in it. It just blocks it a little bit from the lens. Very important, especially on a set that is very... let me point at it. That is very orientated with a lot of lights. You don't want any lens flares, especially lights coming from the side here, super bright, lighting up the scenarios. You still want to pick up the person, just him, without extra lights coming into the lens from the side. It just creates a distraction. Look how small this set just is. I mean, what is this? 5 meters, a few plexiglass panels in a square formation, a roof with more plexiglass so you can, you know, shine light through it. Very, very cool. Very nice construction. I just love to see how they do all the preparing, you know, everyone just talking to each other, practicing, talking with the producers, how we do certain shots, motivating each other. May I have a little look there? What was that? This was this one scene in case there was no oxygen or it was an oxygen a pressure issue, you get the mask. But just look how cool it looks, you know. Again, it's just about keeping it simple, keeping it well lit, light source from one area, all handheld, but really very nice shot as well in the video as well. All the shots were very smooth. The guys holding these cameras are very professional. They know how to walk with these gimbals. I'm really wondering if these bikes are custom made though, especially for this set. It could be, but I don't think so. Again, look at this entire setup. Just look at the wiring, look at the entire setup. I don't know if this crane itself is also expandable by itself, or you need to expand it by yourself, because you also have cranes that can expand and extend themselves automatically, or there's also a mechanical version. So I don't know which version this is. I've not seen this one before. It looks super cool, but also just look at all the cameras. You have one here getting the side shot, and just to save time, and they know they're not going to pick up these guys, they have another camera here filming from the top. Very cool. Again, if you got a lot of cameras, use them. And on top of that, you have another person. I don't know what his job is here, but I think he's just doing B-roll. I guess so, especially with the cameras that they use here. They're quite big, quite expensive cameras. Then again, they might use one of these shots as well. I cannot say what camera this is, but it really looks like a Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera because it has such a big screen. It could be. I might be completely wrong. Then again, it could also just be a monitor. That is actually super cool. I've seen this many times, when you need to mimic movements as if the camera was stuck on the controller. Look how they did this. They just let him hold the what part is it? It's basically this part that you have here. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's basically the handlebar of a tripod. Super, super cool. And then they also have another light source here just to light up his fingers a little bit and his face. Super, super nice. But they're using, he's allowed to control the camera to look as if he was playing with a controller. Really, really cool. I really was wondering how they did the movements. I saw that they were able to track him very quick when they were doing the very quick movements, but this looks super, super cool. Very nice. Those are the shots, by the way. Do you see it? These are exactly the shots that he was doing. He was pretending, oops, I hit my mic again. These were exactly the shots he was doing with, trying to mimic the way everything was moving. Super cool. That's how you keep things interactive. And I think they're also more fun for the people behind the camera to mimic them. Everyone is having a bit of fun. And that's the most important thing. Everyone needs to have a smile. Look at this equipment though. It's so weird to see from all the different groups SuperM is made out of, it's just fantastic. It's great, to see they really took the best of the best as a project, and you can see what happened. It created a great group. Also on this set here, you can kind of see what happens. You can see how many lights they're using to light up the sides from the plane, as if the sun is poking in. They need a lot of light for this, and you can see that they use a lot of diffusers to make sure that the light is everywhere more or less equal. Very, very cool. You see all these different light sources coming through these small little windows. Those are what those lights are for. They need to light up that space. Wait, what did he say? To get on a flight during the shoot? I'm not really sure though that they flew or that they filmed in a flying plane. Like, I think he's more excited about that he's gonna go and be visible on a plane once he starts flying with Korea Air. That could be it though. Let me have a look. This was something I want to see because they made this video, with Korean Air. So I'm curious if this is something that Korean Air is aiming at. Like, I'm not really sure. That maybe in the future there's going to be a plane that, especially with dedicated areas, for playing, for entertainment, for kids to play, for example. Or if this is all just fictional and all fake. Yeah, I cannot really say, but it's cool, It's still cool that they're going with this concept, the future of flying, and making it as entertaining as possible for people as well. Very nice. Thank you. I did not miss it. Actually, I did. 2 years I didn't see it. Very important as well. Like, you guys can see that I'm not talking always about, you know, the videography point of view. I work a lot with marketing. The goal here of this video is for them to also promote, you know, Korean Air as much as possible. But I have a feeling that a lot of the things they're actually saying here is actually quite just generally positive about the experience that they're having with the shoot. If you're trying to do a collaboration, it's just important that everyone works together, that everyone, you can just speak positively about each other's brand. I think this is just the key of success. If Korean Air is saying something positive about SuperM, SuperM will also be excited to say something positive about Korean Air. It works in both ways. It's a two-way traffic, traffic direction, if that makes sense. It has to come from both sides. Very nice shots though. Like, you can just see how everything is built on that they can give space to the faces. Everything is done on crane. I'll be honest though, a lot of the stuff can also be hand-held if you wanted to, but I think they were going for the flexibility that they can go a little bit higher and lower. I don't know if a crane was necessary, but then again, it's their shoot. Why not? And again, we see it again. FPS at 60, shutter at 90. It's just a common thing with this production company. I just don't understand it yet, and I still never tested it, and I've said this already for months. I know I need to do it once. I should. See, I love that what they do here with the lighting. You can see that they have this blue screen here. Do you see that little bit of cloth here? That's supposed to be the sky, or the blue color of the sky. And then they have all these light sources also coming from the side as if the sun was there. Fantastic way of mimicking everything. Great equipment, great everything here. You can see how much production is here. Again, that's what I'm trying to say. Why is a crane there? Is that just to save time, most likely? Because here they're also hand-holding or holding everything with hand. You know, there's a gimbal here with a camera. It could be that they just wanted to do shots in once to save time. It really could be that. Very effective though. Again, here you can see it again. Let's go back. He's not looking at this camera. He's looking at the camera behind it. Someone is hand holding something again. I really think they did this to save time. I think Taman is just fantastic in front of camera. You know, he's a bit like, I know his inspiration is Michael Jackson, but it feels like every time a camera is in front of him, he has to do some type of move. You know, it's something like Michael Jackson also used to do. I think it's great. Just nice. Makes me happy. Makes me feel warm inside. Really nice video though. Very nice sets as well. Very good. Where are they? Again, I don't know how this set is made, but I think they did a fantastic job. I think what they did to save, generally what they do with these sets to save a lot of money, instead of building the lights into these forms, they just make it out of plexiglass, milk plexiglass, if you can say it like that, and just have different light sources from behind, with RGB lighting, of course, so that they can change the color as well. Really cool to look at these kind of videos, no? I mean, just look how great these sets looks. Beautiful colors. Everything just looks good. I'm still curious though. I can understand why they use a crane here, you know, to give the members space, that they can be flexible with moving around. You know, that's the idea of a crane. And you can just look at the system they're using. Look at this massive railing system that they have here. Lots of weight, a lot of... This has to be, of course, this is a studio. They filmed this in the studio, that's why it's all there. But then again, imagine bringing this to a set in real life. Super expensive, you know, to bring it from A to B, and also super heavy. I just love the colors. I love that everything is white. And that's what I mean. I think it was just a mixed opportunity with SuperM, with Korean Air, where that weird color is just this blue. And then here, there's nothing blue. There's nothing there I would say... Is that a video for Korean Air? Like, would you really know if this was a video for Korean Air if they didn't put the logo, like, for example, here in the corner? just look at the size of the production, you know, like look how many people are just ready to do something, you know. It's amazing how many people are there. It's mind-boggling sometimes. And you know, you have to give everyone here some credit. I love that this shot is there. It just shows how big these productions are. Just to film 5 guys. Is SuperM 5 guys or 6 guys? I think it's 6, no? Or 5. I don't really remember. But yeah, super cool video. Really nice. Really, really nice. I think that's it, no? Let me quickly see what the comments are. I don't get where the original is. I try to look for it. Again, I think it's regional block, but you can see here this video, or you cannot see it on the screen, but 221 views. I think something went wrong there, or that it's really blocked for the region. It really could be. But yeah, guys, that is us looking at Korean Air and SuperM, and I think that also finalizes the videos for this week with Korean Air and the SuperM special. I think it was a great little thing to look at. I think from a, you know, someone who loves filming, someone who loves marketing, really, really fun. I mean, just to kind of see what they do there and maybe explain to you guys the importance of, you know, these collaborations. It just makes a brand so much stronger than what it is, and it's something that is just important. It's very, very important. You know, it just, I think this was also the start, if not mistaken, of SuperM becoming big. I think this video was from 2019, if not mistaken. But it just looks really good. I think this was a great collaboration, a good start to SuperM. If this, of course, was the start, but it's just very strong. A Korean group with a Korean airline, great combination. The points were made. But what do you guys actually think of it? Do you actually enjoy this collaboration? Do you think there should be more videos like this that should come out? I really think it would be great if Korean Air worked, maybe not every time with the same group, maybe like every 3, 4, 5 years, they get a different group to work with. I know this is a lot of time because, you know, the groups get older, but I think this would be a great, great opportunity for Korean Air. I think this is really expensive, but at the same time, I think it's a really fun experience for everyone. I think personally that I think it would just be better for the airline. It's a very fun thing, and also, like I say, the goal here is to motivate more of the younger generation to fly a little bit, think about the future. I think people that, or the people that already fly long term, you know, people who are flying for years already, they don't really care about most of the stuff that happened in these videos because they have seen the safety videos a million times already. But for the younger generation, there has to be a motivator, and I think this is a good motivator, and maybe makes me want to fly with Korean Air next time. So I wonder actually how much money they made, you know, in return on investment from working with SuperM. And that's what I'm curious about. I just couldn't find anything on those figures, but it would be interesting to know. But guys, thank you all for being there on this premiere. I hope you really enjoyed it. I hope the sound and everything was fine, especially with my new mic that is here. I think everything should be good. But it is always fun to be with you guys, talk a little bit about the group, talk a little bit about the fun, about the excitement that these groups bring us. And like I say, it's all about the community, you know, it's about growing our ideas and growing our, you know, our brains together and having fun on YouTube about basically any media outlets, you know, YouTube, Discord, wherever you want to be, I'll be there for you. And let's make the most out of it. Let's make this community awesome. I was looking at a few other, you know, the fun. I was actually looking at other reaction channels. I just think that it's just a shame that sometimes you have people fight there, and some people really just don't care about the people that leave the comments. I think this is just super important. Everyone should have fun and everyone should have a good time. So I hope that I can bring it to you guys. I hope that everyone is just has this feeling they can just say what they want. I'm not here to bash anyone. I'm not here to bash any group. I'm not here to do any of those bad things. I'm just here to have a good time with everyone and explore the world of K-pop. Like one of the comments already said, learning K-pop is like learning a new language. There's so many factors that has to be considered. And I like that though. I like that you can consider all these different factors and create your own thought about it. You know, you can either like K-pop, you can like pop generally, you can even hate music. I don't really mind. It's all just about exploring together. So I hope to see you on the next video, guys. And of course, big shout out to all my patrons. You know, the video is going to come now, so I'll catch you on the next video.